Well, I'm back. I figured I might as well take advantage of some of the sunshine that's remaining. Not surprisingly, my attempt to deal with the fraudulent activity on my credit card, spectacular failure. I've been working on it for 3 hours now. I still haven't even managed to get in touch with my bank. Stuff drives me crazy. I go onto my online banking and I can see the fraudulent charges right there. One is for DoorDash Korean Yummy, but I don't know where. Like, it doesn't list the address of this business, so I have no idea where this is taking place. The other one is DoorDash McDonald's, but I guess whoever this person is, they're very hungry because they managed to spend $200 at these places. How do you spend $200 at McDonald's? I don't know, but they did. But then in the system, they do have a button that I can press that says, you know, I have an issue with this transaction. You know, click on this button. I figure, oh, awesome, I can do this online. So I do that, and then of course all I get is an error message with no description of what it's about. It just says, oh, we encountered an error. Please call this number to report any sort of fraudulent activity. So of course I go back to my homestay, and I got to get my army out. You know, I got to get ready for this transaction. All the numbers I have in my life, all my addresses, the numbers, credit card number, debit card number, phone numbers, every possible piece of ID they could possibly ask for. I muster all of this, I get it all together, and then I sit down, and this happens to me all the time. So okay, I have to call this number in Canada, and I don't know how. It's like, I don't know how to make a phone call. Huh. Everybody just goes right through this red light. I always end up pulling over and waiting for a green, but everybody's going through the red. So I guess I will too. And hopefully I don't hit anybody. Nobody hits me. So anyway, I'm sitting there. It's very rare that I call Canada. I don't make phone calls, period. I don't ever call anybody on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. I can't understand what people are saying. I'm like, I hate it, so I don't make phone calls. And then I'm sitting there, okay, well, I guess I just call up my dialer on my phone and dial in the number with the country code. It's a collect number for my bank, so it should work, right? So I do that, and then it just goes, beep, call ended. It's like, oh, I guess that didn't work. I try again, beep, call ended. And I think, well, that didn't work. And I'm trying and trying, and I can't get through. And then I go to Telkomsel, you know, my Telkomsel account, thinking, well, I guess I have to have phone call credit on my account. And I normally don't, because I only use data. I never make phone calls, so I don't get text messages. And I realize, oh, I don't have any phone call credit. So of course, you know, there's no way I can make a phone call. I don't have any data, any credit on my phone for making phone calls. And then I'm fighting with that, and I'm thinking, okay, now I've got to go out, I've got to go find a Telkomsel place, I've got to put more money in my account, and I've got to buy phone call credit, whatever that is. And then I remembered, oh, no. I've dealt with this in the past, and what I did was I set up one of those new internet phone numbers. There's a company called Fongo in Canada that allows you to create a phone number. It's a virtual digital phone number that only exists on the internet, but it mimics a Canadian phone. And I realized, oh, yeah. Like, I call my brother from time to time just to chat, And whenever I call him, I use Fongo. It's like, okay, that's how I make phone calls. Now I remember. So I go into Fongo, and luckily my Fongo account is still active. I'm going to turn my GoPro around, by the way. You don't need to look at me to hear this story. And what I've done is I've crossed the bridge out of Painan, and I just want to ride along the coast on the outside of Painan, you know, going south. So I'll aim my GoPro towards the ocean, because the ocean's going to be on my right up there. I just want to see what's over here. Well, there it is. The ocean is over here. I guess there's going to be ocean and beaches. So I make the call on Fongo, and I get through to my bank, and then they say, you know, all of our operators are busy right now. You know, please stay on the line, and we'll get you to the next available agent. And then they start telling me, like, on the I'm basically, I put on hold, and I'm on hold and I'm waiting, and every few minutes they play this message that says, well, thank you so much for helping us achieve this incredible distinction of the highest award. Like, we won first place in our online app and customer service. And they tell me this over and over and over and over again, how they're number one when it comes to online transactions and customer service and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, I'm on hold for over an hour. I'm waiting, listening to this music, listening to them tell me how many times they're number one when it comes to customer service and how they win awards for their customer service. An hour and 15 minutes go by. I hear a click and the call gets dropped. Like, they were playing the music and suddenly the music stopped. And I thought, oh, okay, the agent is finally coming online, and it goes dead. I hear a click, the line goes dead. The call dropped. So I was an hour and 15 minutes waiting for nothing. So what else am I going to do? I dial again. This time I dialed a different number, because the first number I dialed was a special number they gave me for fraud prevention. When they gave me the error message, I tried to report fraud online, but it said I just got an error message, and they says, oh, you know, this isn't working, so you have to call this fraud prevention number. So that's the number I called originally. I waited over an hour, and then the call just got canceled. And then, whoo! All right, let's go look at this view. Nice, okay. So there is Painan. There's the setting from the other side. Gorgeous. Oh, look at all those boats over by that island where they had all the banana boats and the jet skis. So a lot of people on that island right now. These are all fishing boats on this end. Gorgeous. So, in the past, when I've had to call my bank, I just use the number that's on my debit card and on my credit card. You know, it's the customer service number. So I thought, okay, why don't I try that one instead? You know, when I was thinking, you know, it took me over an hour to even, and I waited over an hour and no agent was available. So it's like, how many people out there are reporting fraud, for Pete's sake? Anyway, so I call the customer service line, and then they say, I get a message that says, oh, you know, all of our agents are busy. I wait 30 minutes, and then the line goes dead. I start all over again. I wait 20 minutes, and the line goes dead. So I tried 3 times, waited 2 hours in total, and I never got through to anybody. And all I could do was listen to that message about all the awards they win for customer service. And they kept telling me that every time, like, as soon as I connect, they say, okay, to direct your call more efficiently, please enter your credit card number with the hashtag. You know, and then that will call up my account details and they'll send me to the right agent. So I do that, and as soon as I do that, I get a message that says, we have sent a text message to your mobile number detecting, you know, our fraud prevention service has sent a message to your number, and if this is a fraudulent activity, press Y for yes. And of course, I didn't get any text message. I don't have a cell phone registered with my bank because I don't have a Canadian cell phone number. I mean, I haven't lived in Canada for as long as I can remember. I haven't been in Canada for 15 years. I've never had a smartphone in Canada. I've never had a Canadian smartphone number. So what number are they sending all these text messages to? But then they say, well, if you didn't get this message, then just stay on the line and one of our amazing award-winning agents will be happy to help you. So of course, I never did manage to talk to one of these amazing agents. And then I decided, I don't want to waste my entire day. I'm not going to sit there for the whole day trying to get this done. The sun is out, as I said, as you can see. So I decided to take a break, go for a little scooter ride, clear my head, try to relax a little bit, try to calm down. But in the back of my mind, the main thing that I'm worried about and that bothers me is that if I ever do get through to one of these agents, based on my previous experience, the very first thing they're going to do is cancel my credit card. And then I'm going to be stuck. And because they have to mail the credit card to my address in Canada, and I will end up living without a credit card for who knows how long. And that's the worst thing to do. So I was looking at that $200 fraudulent charge, and I was thinking, you know what? I've already wasted a half a day trying to deal with this. It's going to take me another half a day to finally get through to them, maybe a full day. Then I'm going to have to live without my credit card for probably weeks. And then when I finally get my new credit card, I'm going to have to go online and spend probably an entire day going to all of my online accounts one by one by one by one and updating my mobile phone number on all of my online accounts. And that, you know, that can take half a day at least. It can take a day if things go wrong and you have to go through all these security measures. So you're looking at 2 days of my life, and I started thinking, maybe I should just pay the $200. Like the guy charged $200 to my credit card. Maybe I should just let it go and just pay the $200, and then I don't have to deal with all this hassle. I mean, if it was a couple $1,000s, you know? Anyway, life, you know? Life is so annoying. Just saw a little break in the water line there. Oh, can't stop there. There's music playing. I was going to pull over, take a look at the ocean from here. Yeah, the internet too. I've talked about this quite a bit, where the internet offers so many positive things, and yet ever since I became a citizen of the internet full time, you know, like really joined all the online accounts and got mobile, online internet banking, all the credit, you know, everything mobile, booking hotel rooms, mobile, all that stuff. My life has just become astonishingly complex. It's just so stressful. And it feels like I've been under attack constantly. Every day I get non-stop emails, scam emails, telling me, my Amazon account has been frozen and I have to do this in order to unfreeze it. This package has been held by customs and they need me to do this, send money in order to get my package. Just every day, constant scam emails from all over the world. And now, credit card fraud. It's like I feel under attack all the time, every day. And is it worth it? Is the convenience of the internet worth this kind of stress, like living inside your own prison, fighting off hordes of worldwide scammers and fraudulent activity? It's crazy. So this is the highway, by the way, that goes all the way south, all the way to the end of Sumatra. And the next major city is called Bengkulu. And I was talking about that on a previous day, I was thinking about, since I have the scooter, going all the way down the coast to Bengkulu. But then once I started riding down this coast highway road, I was thinking, there's really not much advantage to me doing that. The first time I got on this road, the traffic was overwhelming. It was really heavy traffic. Right now, of course, today, it doesn't look bad at all. But at the same time, I don't know that sitting on a road like this for 5 or 6 days to go all the way down to Bengkulu, I don't see a big attraction to doing that. Maybe if you're on a big motorcycle and you could do the ride in like 1 day or something at high speed, that would be fun. But I could just stay in the Painan area, Padang area. Well, anyway, my hostess was telling me that it was really beautiful in this direction, and it is nice, but it's actually a lot more scenic in the other direction back towards Padang. So if all I'm looking for is beautiful scenery to ride down, I can just look forward to going back to Padang through that peninsula. That's going to be a very beautiful ride, doing it a second time. I don't really need to go very far in this direction, I don't think. I think I have a taste of what it's like. I think what I'll do is go back to Padang. I have some errands I have to run, some shopping I need to do, and then I might go back to the beach, back where I think all the activity is taking place. Just hang out there for a little bit, get a cold drink, see what it looks like over there. All right, U-turn. Time for a U-turn. Yeah, I was getting quite depressed as I sat there on hold for 2 hours trying to deal with this credit card problem. And one thing I did while I was there is, well, as soon as I get through to my bank, as I said, the first thing they're going to do is cancel my credit card, and that means I won't be able to book hotels online anymore. And that's a real problem, because the way it works here in Indonesia now, if you book online, the price is usually 50% of what you pay if you physically go to the hotel. So if I book a room back in Padang in advance on Agoda, it might cost 100,000 rupiah or 150,000. But if I just go there and show up and pay in cash, it's going to be 200,000 to 300,000. It's like double the price if you pay in person. So you save a ton of money booking online. And I won't be able to do that anymore because I won't have a credit card. So, or no, maybe I still can do it. Anyway, I just had an idea, something I just thought of. We'll try that out. But anyway, while I was sitting on hold, I thought, well, I still have a credit card now. Maybe what I'll do is I'll book a hotel right now and book it for 2 or 3 nights. And then I can pay for it. That will go on my credit card right now because I haven't canceled it yet. So while I was online with my bank, I was actually looking at hotel bookings, and I did want to stay in Painan for another 2 or 3 nights. I wanted to stay in this area. But then when I tried to book my room at my hotel again, at my homestay, there were no more rooms available. It was fully booked. It said, we have no more rooms left. Which kind of surprises me because it doesn't seem that popular. I saw one other guest in all the nights I've been here so far. And even this weekend, so far, it's completely empty. I'm the only person there. So I don't know why it would tell me that it was fully booked. But anyway, I wasn't able to rebook my room, which is another problem with the internet, is that possession is no longer 9/10 of the law. Just because you're in a hotel room doesn't mean you can just stay there as long as you want. If you don't book it in advance, someone else will book it online and you'll have to leave even if you don't want to. Oh, beautiful view there, fishing boats, the huge ones. Wonder if I can get an opening in the trees. Nope, no opening. Oh, there's one, kind of. Yeah, I'm far away from the water, but yeah, those huge fishing boats with all the lights on them. It's quite a sight. Poor dog here, broken leg. Hey, puppy. Front leg too. That's always the worst one to break, is the front leg. It's harder for them to move. If they have to break a leg, it's always better if they break a rear leg. But anyway, in order for me to stay in Painan longer, I'd have to book another hotel, and then I'd have to check out of this one, move into the new one. And I was looking at my schedule, and my time in Sumatra is already running out. My 30-day extension is just disappearing so fast. So I thought, I think I'll just stick to I've got today and tomorrow in Painan still, and then I can ride back to Padang. So I ended up booking a hotel in Padang for 3 nights. But I did that while I was on hold with my bank. And I was trying to think of, is there anything else I need my credit card for? Like, do I need to book a flight soon? Do I need to do this? Do I need to, you know? You got to get all these things done before they cancel your credit card. Another reason why I despise thieves more than anyone on the planet. You know, all you thieves out there, you're just scum of the earth. You really are. You cause so much trouble to so many people. But what can you do? Ooh, there's a little beach here. Yeah, very nice. They have all those but I don't know what you call them, little shelters so you can sit on, relax by the water. So yeah, if you were driving a long distance on this highway, they're really nice. People can park their car, take a nap. And not to be endlessly negative, while I was sitting online, I was also watching a couple of YouTube videos. I had a YouTube video playing on one phone and my other phone on my ear, you know, listening to my bank tell me how great their customer service is. Ooh, this is a nice beach, very sandy. And the video I was watching just happened to be another travel video. A Canadian guy who's riding his motorcycle. He rode it all across Canada, north, south. No, he went north, he went east, west, north, then all the way south. And now he's going to ride his motorbike all the way to the tip of South America. And right now he's going through Central America. So he's going through all of the, just another view here, really nice, of the ocean and the palm trees. But in this video, what he wants to do, he's leaving El Salvador, entering Honduras, then leaving Honduras and entering, what comes after Honduras? Costa Rica or Nicaragua? Anyway, he's going over 2 border crossings in one day. And the title of his video is Confusing. He just calls it, you know, crossing the border, Honduras, El Salvador into Honduras, confusing. So his video is all about going to the border and then trying to figure out what to do. It's always confusing for people that have motorcycles, like Itchy Boots. Every border she goes to, no one ever knows where the customs office is. I mean, immigration, they might know, but you also have to get your motorcycle through customs. Your carnet de passage, got to get stamped in and out. So he's there at this huge border crossing, trucks everywhere, and he speaks a little bit of Spanish, and he's talking to all these men, and he's just trying to figure out, like, dude, where do I go? You know, it's like, can someone just point me? And he's going around and around all these huge roads, big trucks, on ramps, off ramps. And then of course, it's really hard to find where he's supposed to go. And then he's got to go through all the hassles of immigration and customs. And he has to do all this research beforehand to figure out what documents they need, make all the right number of photocopies. And then once he's in a new country, of course, he's got to get a SIM card for that country. Then he's got to change money. He's got to book a room. And but I was, you know, listening to him, watching his video, dealing with my own issues. And I started to think, you know, all us human beings out there, my advice, just stay home. Like, just stay home. What's the point? It's just difficult to do. And then I started thinking if, yeah, I had a big issue the other day with something else, and it became complicated because my history with SIM cards. I get a new phone number every time I go to a new country, and I was talking about that with someone, and someone who doesn't travel like that, and he said, well, you know, yeah, I've had the same phone number for 20 years. And I was like, oh, that would be so nice, you know. People who live like that, maybe they don't value it enough, you know, just how nice it is to have one phone number, one address, one bank account, and you've had the same one your whole life, and then you never have to worry about any of this stuff, you know? But at the same time, you would not, I guess, get views like that. Beautiful ocean. But I don't remember it being this difficult in the past. Just physically being overseas was not nearly this much work. I've already spent so many days just trying to get my smartphone working in Indonesia, you know, as they keep blocking my phone and then blocking my next phone. And then, of course, just extending my 30-day visa by another 30 days. Another beautiful beach down there. There's a big hill here, I have to get up and over. What is this? Bukit Ransam Panorama, Charisma Cafe. Oh, okay, so that's down there on the left. There go a couple of Vespas ahead of me, and a Stampede. My conclusion, as I said, is basically I don't remember life being this difficult before. When did it all change, become so complicated? It's a real struggle these days. Just existing, you know? Just being in a place seems like hard work. Yeah, this is the first place I stopped, I think, just to show the view of Painan. Nice place, it really is. With all my worrying about the weather, I got very lucky. I'm down by the shore again. You see all those tiny fish drying. Like right here. You really smell them. To be honest, I don't really know what they use them for. Like, exactly what kind of, how they're prepared, what dishes you find them in. I mean, I think I occasionally find one of those fish in something that I've ordered, but not like a big amount of them. It's not like you order a bowl of those fish. And I don't really know how they're prepared. Nice wind today. Little boy there flying a kite. Feels nice and cool because of that wind today. But where I want to go, I think, is on the other side of the mosque again, where all that activity was probably going to be happening. Yeah, a lot busier. So many electric vehicles there for rent. Man, look at them all. Oh, look at that. Hello. A couple hundred of them at least. And it looks like they've sealed off this whole area with tires to make kind of a racetrack. Man. I was talking the other day about when you go to school here, how nice it is that you can get all these snacks outside the school, which is not something we would have in Canada. But they do the same thing, you know, with the mosques. I'm not sure if, but it's kind of interesting that right outside of the mosque, you can get all those snacks, you know, food carts. And to think, yeah, we wouldn't have that at a church in Canada. Hello. All right, I'm down on the beach. Not a lot of activity here. I got a few kids paddling around in the water. Not a lot of people here. But I think I'm just going to walk out onto this walkway one more time. Walk around it. I'm curious if, you know, get a view of what's going on the island. That seems to be the happening locale. Just take a look at that. And I'm curious if there are, you know, little shuttle boats here going back and forth, taking people from shore out to the island. Anything like that. Certainly can't complain about the day. It's beautiful. Remains to be seen what the weather is like when I ride my scooter back to Padang. Hopefully it's as nice as this. We shall see. To roll the dice with the weather gods. Well, unless I hop on a boat myself, this is as close as I'm going to get to the party island. But yeah, there's more activity out there than here on shore. Quite a number of boats. Of course, the jet ski zooming around. I wonder if anybody's out there being pulled on banana boats. Well, I think this is where I will end this morning's small adventures. I already ended it before. Didn't think I would be back outside again. I thought I'd be spending the whole day dealing with this banking problem, but there's nothing I can do about it right now, and I just wanted to go back outside, zoom around for a few minutes on my scooter, clear my head, feel better about the world and life in general. And yeah, that worked. I feel much better. Much better. Wow. Yeah. You can't help but feel in a better mood when you're in a scenery like this all around you. So that's it. Shutting down from here in Painan this morning. And I'll see you in the next video.